Welcome to LUTV News in Focus, where we feature interesting topics on campus, in the community, and in the world of culture. I am Stephanie Adeniji. Dr. Jaime Taylor is the president of Lamar University, and before joining Lamar University, he served as the interim provost and senior vice president at Marshall University. He also served at Austin Peay State University as interim provost and vice president for academic affairs. He is an award-winning teacher of physics and an alumni of Austin Peay State University. President Taylor joined Lamar University in July 2021 as its 16th president. He's here today to share thoughts on his time on campus and what he would like to see the university moving forward. Thank you so much for joining us, President Taylor.
Thank you so much for having me, Stephanie.
So could you tell me a little bit about how you decided to join Lamar?
The reason why I chose to join Lamar, I grew up in a rural area. I went to a university that was mostly rural students. And when I became a professor, I taught mostly rural students, particularly in Tennessee and West Virginia. And what I was looking for was a regional school that served a lot of first-generation students like myself, so that I would really kind of have that interaction with students and understand what the type of things that they're going through as they're going through college.
So since joining Lamar University, how has your experience been so far?
It's been exceptional. It's hard to just express how great it's been. You know, when I came here, I've discovered so many great things about Lamar that people just weren't aware of. And then now people are starting to become aware of how great a university this is. So yeah, the experience couldn't have been any better up to this point.
Okay, so what would you say is the most rewarding part about being Lamar University's president?
I think the most rewarding part is all the individuals I get to interact with, the alumni, the community. The community and the alumni really love this university, and they want to do anything they can to help this university out, which means, you know, helping students. But then also the students here, outstanding students. You know, they work hard. They want to accomplish things, and just kind of being in a position to bring all that together, to get our alumni and the community engaged with our students and getting the students engaged with them, and watching our students, you know, progress and get ready to graduate, then go out into the world and use what they learned here at Lamar to be successful. Very rewarding.
Okay, so speaking of alumni and students, how important is it to, you know, bridge that gap for students to be able to interact with alumni?
It's absolutely huge. You know, when you're a student, I can still think back when I was a student, trying to think about what is it you're trying to learn in college? What are the things that you're getting in the classroom, and how's that going to apply when you graduate? Getting the opportunity to interact with alumni that have already been out there, especially ones that were, you know, at Lamar, and they can talk about, hey, here's what I learned at Lamar, and here's how it translated into my career that I've had. It's just nothing like for a student to get to interact with a former Lamar University student that's been successful and learn about exactly what they need to do when they leave here.
Honestly, I completely agree with you. I feel like us as students, we can always, you know, learn from people who have been here before us.
Absolutely.
So looking ahead, where do you see Lamar University in the, you know, in the upcoming years to come?
Well, where I see Lamar University is basically continuing to do the things that they've been good at. Lamar University was founded as a school, not a normal school. A lot of universities, regional schools, will start off as normal schools or teachers' colleges. Lamar University is developed or established specifically to produce professionals to lead Southeast Texas and to help the economy, to help everything about Southeast Texas. And that's exactly what it's done over the last 100 years. So what I see happening over the next 100 years is for Lamar University to continue to do that, to have degree programs, to have research emphasis. All the things that we do should be about helping Texas and Southeast Texas.
That is honestly amazing. And speaking of 100 years, Lamar celebrated its centennial year. So how does it feel to be the president who was able to witness that?
Well, you know, it's another one of those things where you're like, wow, how lucky am I? And it's given myself and many individuals the opportunity to reflect on all the great things that Lamar has accomplished over the last 100 years. And you know, it's more than just a milestone, like, oh, we completed 100 years. It really is a celebration of looking at all the individuals that have become leaders. And when I say that, it's across the board. You know, artists, musicians, teachers, educators, attorneys. Some of the world's best attorneys are right here in Beaumont and they got their undergraduate degree from Lamar University. And there's all these business leaders, and I mean, the list goes on and on of what Lamar University alums have graduated or have achieved, and I can see that happening with the next generation as well.
Honestly, I can say for myself that I have Lamar to thank for so many of the achievements that I've had here, and I'm about to graduate. I kind of call myself, as a centennial graduate.
That's awesome, and you're one of the centennial graduates.
So moving forward, how would you improve campus safety at Lamar?
One of the couple of things we're working on, and I think we have an outstanding police presence. Chief Flores has done a great job in educating individuals, educating his staff, and helping to work with students. One of the things we'll continue to do is just try to make sure everybody on campus understands safety and the things we do. And there's actually different aspects to that, and we do a lot of tabletop exercises. Okay, if this were to happen, what would we do? And we actually go through that process, and then we reassess ourselves. Did we handle that properly? And so it's basically vigilance, just continuing to stay vigilant and making sure that we're prepared if anything were to happen.
Absolutely. So you are about to celebrate 3 years at Lamar this July. So how does it feel?
Unbelievable. It's hard to believe that I've been here that long. And at the same time, sometimes it feels like it's been longer because there's so many things that I've gotten to be a part of. There's some weeks I wake up, I'm like, that thing happened a couple weeks ago. I'm like, no, it just happened 2 days ago because there's just so many activities there. But it's been an unbelievable experience getting to interact with students in many different venues and also student athletes and staff and faculty. All I can say is it's been a whirlwind, phenomenal experience so far.
Well, I honestly love having you as our president. I know it doesn't feel like it's been 3 years. It feels like, you just joined us, but honestly, it's been a whirlwind watching you, interact with students and, interact with everyone on campus.
Okay.
So our last question, what is your most fond memory here at Lamar?
Well, that's a tough one because there's been a lot of great events, and there's been a lot. And I first had to narrow it down to student, because I love interacting with students. That's why I got into higher education. Mm-hmm. But maybe if I had to narrow it down to one, last year the Lamar University ambassadors gave me one of the ambassadors' red jackets, and they made me an honorary ambassador, and that was really a very meaningful experience for me that the students would think enough to give me a red jacket and consider me one of them.
I think it just goes to show that they value you just as much as you value them.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it, Stephanie. And I can't wait to see you come across the line.
I'm looking forward to it as well.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us. This is LUTV News in Focus. To see more content from LUTV News, follow us on X and like us on Facebook.